Barbados, guide us. Let my name echo in song! Torn to oblivion! Shine down!
The tides beckon. Silence!
Yoo-hoo! Let the world come alive! I swear by my sword! Inazuma shines eternal! There is no escape!
Be sanctified. You're doomed. What you got? Another testament.
Let my name echo in song! Strike Barbados, guide us.
Let the mighty be humble.
Now you shall perish! Let the world come alive! Force cleanse!
The tides beckon. Bow your head.
Time to shine! I swear by my sword! Torn to oblivion! Illusion shattered!
Let the mighty be humble.
Let my name echo in song! Shower me with...
This could get a little chilly. On my way now.
Barbados, guide us! Shines eternal! Let the world come alive! Shine down!
Let's begin. Stay cool. Face your guilt.
Let my name echo in song! Wind, hear me! Now you shall perish! Illusion shattered!
Have a safe trip. A moment, please.
Let the world come alive! Barbados, guide us! Shine down! Torn to oblivion!
This could get a little chilly.
Let my name echo in song! Shower me with the... Wind, hear me! Now you shall perish!
Have a safe trip. Let's begin. Stay cool. Face your guilt.
Time to shine! Barbados, guide us.
Another test subject.
Wait, hear me! Torn to oblivion! Illusion shattered! Dance with me! Dance with the waves! Care for the dance?
Don't be a killjoy! We've only just...
Barbados, guide us!
Another test subject. Try.
Now you shall perish! Care for the dance? This dance is for you! Here! Care for the dance?
Good job.
Dance!
Another test subject.
The Temple of Wisdom! This may hurt a little.
Wind, hear me! Torn to oblivion! Care for a dance.
All eyes on me! All my
Care
strength!
for a dance. Dance!
Don't be a killjoy!
Yeah! Sharing my knowledge!
You can't
Commit
run!
to memory!
Barbados, guide us.
Go as what?
Shine down!
This dance is for you!
Care for a dance. Care for a dance.
Yeah!
Run!
Temple of Wisdom! Well...
Now you shall perish! There is no escape!
Can't run!
Care for a dance.
Here!
Dance with me! Care for a dance.
Make yourself a room!
I swear by my sword! Torn to a...
Welcome. How can I help you?
Ad Astra Abyssa. Silly churl Billy.
Hey, Fremine! Thelxi'es! We're here!
Hello, Paimon. Hello, traveler.
Is the crown ready?
Yes, we're just waiting for Zuria now.
Then let's wait for her a little while. Or actually, maybe we can go find her. It's not too far from here anyway. Didn't she say she just lives on the hill over there?
Hey, traveler, Paimon.
Oh, and speaking of...
Found you two at long last. I'm so glad that you both are all right.
Huh? Why are you here, Miss Delaroche? And what could have happened?
What could have happened? That water imp Thelxi'es, of course. After I gave you that commission the other day, I began to get worried and went asking about the boy that went missing.
Oh, that? We've got it all figured out now. The boy you heard about was just Fremine. Even the missing fish was his fault. Don't worry, we'll help you get the fish back as soon as we're done with this job.
Oh, sorry about that.
Huh? What, Fremine? Diving? No, that's not what happened at all. I've heard a completely different account. What I was told is that about a month ago, a child tied a bunch of heavy seashells onto his body and walked into this open stretch of water. He never came back. What? 100% sure. I've confirmed the account with several veteran fishermen I know. The child was only 8 years old.
Wait, let's go to Stray?
Yeah, that's the name. They say the family took on the name after moving to the city from a place called Stray. Anyway, his mother is a pretty famous art dealer, while his father passed away from an accident. Oh, well, naturally, his mother was devastated by the incident and fell terribly ill. It's said that she left the court of Fontaine, and no one knows where she's gone.
It can't be, right? Let's go
I'm sorry, miss. We've got to go check on something right now.
Oh, I see. Well, you go on ahead.
Who are you? I have a patient here who needs quiet bed rest. Please leave us be unless you have anything urgent to...
This is the residence of Zuria Destri, and I'm Jala Khan, her family doctor. What did you mean by your question just now? Who else could be my patient?
Your patient should be Zuria's son, right? She told us herself that her son had contracted loneliness syndrome.
No, you're right. Young Master Lescaut did have that illness once upon a time, but he's... Well, the young master's no longer with us. And now the Madame has come down with the same illness. Are you... her friends, by any chance? Oh, so when she had requested time to go out over the past few days, it was...
So, if I'm understanding this right, the one who's suffering from uncontrollable...
That is correct. When the young master disappeared, she was organizing an art exhibit that she had specifically prepared for him. But since she had to leave the house, she was unable to see her son one last time. That might have been the trigger for her regret. Or perhaps the family's fall into loneliness and grief was inevitable as soon as the old master passed away. First the son, and then the mother.
But how could that be? She really looked like she had a handle on everything.
Those actions are proof that she can no longer differentiate between fantasy and reality.
Then, all the other things that she told us about her son.
No, those were all real. Although they were all things that happened before the young master left us for good.
I see. So after her son left, she created a fantasy world where her son was still with her. She was looking for a way to cure his illness when she ran into us.
She has been in a good mood the past few days, even humming a song when she returned from her stroll. She even began discussing with me the idea of using deliberate guidance to ease the illness. It was all going well. She spent a whole night staring at the shell the young master left behind, and the words that he had inscribed onto it.
But then what should we do? How can we help?
Don't panic, Paimon. Even though this is a devastating piece of news, what should we do? I need to think. I need to remember the old house of the hearth and the children who live... Dr. Jalakon, have you seen a picture book?
Are you thinking about trying the guidance therapy she talked...
Yes, this is it. That's right. If what Dr. Jalakon said was true, the past few days have been very helpful to Zuria. So we should complete this journey. We need to show her that her child has found a happy ending in the world of her dreams.
But wouldn't that just make it harder for her to...
One must first face reality before accepting it. The Madame has been crushed by her feelings of grief and can no longer bring herself to face reality.
Right. Before today, I had thought she wanted to use Thelxi'es' fantastic adventures to save her son. But now, I think she might need it to save herself. And if we could complete it, we should be able to give her some feeling of There's no time to waste.
We're here again. This is the final
Everyone, please don't be so down and gloomy. Remember what she told us? If we were to feel troubled, the patient would become anxious as well.
You're right. Paimon needs to smile. If we have to, and then she'll be able to recover, right everyone?
Yeah, I'm sure she will.
Oh! Be careful, brave adventurers! Here come the evil monsters that stole the crown! There! Let's eat these Cyclops! Let's beat them up!
Watch out, everyone! They're coming at us again!
There's no need to fear! Prince Thelxi'es looks stronger than ever today! He must be going all out!
My will embodied! Shine down!
The fuse is lit! Oh, this is the final enemy, right? We'll reclaim the crown for you now, Your Highness!
Going under!
By ordinance divine! Transfigurate!
Mystic reprise!
Torn to oblivion!
I'm sorry. I have to go. I made a promise.
But, Madame, you're still...
Don't try to stop me. Today's the most important day for treating Thelxi'es. We'll use the guidance method. Didn't you also say that you'd think it'd work?
I'm not trying to stop you, Madame. It's just... Could you tell me the name of your child?
Dr. Jalacan, how can you forget the name of your own patient? His name is Thelxi'es.
I see. Madame, please rest assured, everything is still on schedule. Your friends have already departed to find... Wait, look. They've already returned.
Zuria! Zuria! We've retrieved the crown!
Paimon, everyone, have you really?
Yes, but the coronation ceremony still hasn't taken place, because we felt like you should be the one to preside over it.
Wonderful! How wonderful! Thelxi'es, my child, are...
And the last page of the picture book. It's still waiting for you to illustrate and...
Right, the picture book.
Don't worry, Thelxi'es and his friends all know what should go on it. Get ready, Zuria, we'll...
Okay.
At last, Thelxi'es and his friends were able to drive off the final invading monsters and achieve a dashing victory! Their success was complete, and the recovery...
The water imps, finally returning to their...
Moved by everyone's happiness, the prince stepped onto the Rainbow Bridge and took a good look at all the friends who had gone on the journey. Huh? Where's the last person? The prince looked frantically around, but
The prince could not hold back his tears. He recognized Zuria walked across the bridge and placed the crown above the princess.
That's the end of the story.
Thank you. I am so sorry, my child. Maman should have spent more time with you. Mama.
What's happening? Is Zuria talking to Thelxi'es?
Quick, put on my diving helmet. There's a transcription module in it that's
Mama loves...
But I love you more, Maman.
What? Did you see something?
Maman, I'm getting a little sleepy.
Of course, my dearest child.
Thank you, Maman. Your lullaby has always been my favorite. Now,
My poor darling.
I won't forget, Maman. And so is my love for you. Greater than good night, Maman.
Traveler,
Fremine! Why did you call us in such a hurry? Did you hear something from Zuria? Oh, if it's not...
Don't worry. It's definitely great news. The Madame came here for a visit just now with her doctor. Color has returned to her cheeks, and she sounded full of energy as well. She said she'd like to return to the court to continue hosting the art exhibit. But this time, she'll work with her doctor to exhibit some picture books related to the illness. Of course, Thelxi'es' fantastic adventures and the guidance therapy will be included in the exhibit as well. She'd like to use her experience to help others.
That's wonderful! So it wasn't bad news after all.
Here, please take this picture book with you. The Madame wanted you to have it. If, at some point in the future, you were to run into someone with similar troubles, she hopes the book would be of use to you.
But this is her son's story, right? Is it really?
Don't worry, it's just a copy. She still has the original. It's extremely important to her.
Alright, then there's no problem. It feels good knowing we've contributed to something important. Paimon definitely didn't expect the fantasy adventure to be so useful. Paimon was a little worried about how everything would turn out. After all, fantasy is just fantasy.
Paimon, do you know what the Madame said? She said that at the moment when she placed the crown on Thelxi'es' head, she felt like she really saw something beautiful. Her child had returned, and he told her that he loved her. She also said that was when she was finally able to bid farewell to her son. She felt like at that moment, she was healed by some mystical...
Oh, really?
Perhaps. But if fantasy is just fantasy, and the fantasy world is not real, then how could it still grant us these powers that we can continue to use in the real world?
But what else could it be?
A descent of the fairy tale world into the real world. At that time, the wondrous fairy tale temporarily became reality and influenced real things in our world. That has to... You saw it too, didn't you?
What? That can't be what happened, right? There's just no way. Wouldn't it be like a miracle if that really happened?
Yes. I hope that everyone who's found themselves...
Charlotte? What could she want with Lapine Pauline?
Pretty please with the cherry on top, Charlotte! Journalist extraordinaire! Please tell me you're joking! I read that a gang of criminals tricked the Gardamex by disguising themselves as blubber beasts. It's true, isn't it? It has to be! I've invested all my savings into graph adversarial technology and even taken out a sizable bank loan. I'm begging you like the beggiest beggar in all of begdom.
Okay. I need you to calm down a little, Miss Lapine Pauline. I admire your passion for your research, and I don't mean to dash your hopes for those, big-ticket orders. But I'm afraid I'm not joking. The Blubber Beast incident was a short story mailed to us by an anonymous amateur author, written in the style of a true story.
Oh, Paimon sees what happened here. Sounds like the report Lapine Pauline read in the Steambird wasn't in the news section after all.
Funnily enough, I actually remember being in a meeting where the editing team was debating the potential risk of misleading the public with this story. They even went to Maison Gardiennage for advice. But to our surprise, they fully supported us printing it. They figured that the false intel would be a great way to dupe potential criminals into wearing ridiculous costumes when breaking the law. In truth, Gardamex are extremely sophisticated in their capabilities. They can identify criminals just as reliably as the best human guards, so a crude disguise. Since we ran that story, the Maison Gardiennage has made a slew of arrests, including, one phantom blubber beast, so I knew this story had helped out law enforcement. But this is the first time I'm learning of an innocent citizen being deceived by it, and investing so much mora for nothing.
Uh-oh. So Lapine Pauline's whole research project is based on a fictional story? Which means we're not gonna get a big bonus after all. But more importantly, she's gonna lose everything she's invested.
Traveler! Paimon! You're back! I was in the area taking some photos for a story when I got to talking to Miss Lapine Pauline about her research. She told me she was hoping I could write an article to spread awareness about image recognition technology. She even paid me for the article and gave me one of her prototype devices before I could get a word in. I unfortunately had to dash her hopes, and I'm afraid all your hard work was in vain too. She's desperately trying to find a way to rescue the project and get you the mora you're due. I've tried to let her down gently, but she's finding it all very hard.
This is a new situation for us too. It's such a pity. It seems like the author was only trying to make the story interesting, and the Maison Gardiennage only had Fontaine's best interest in mind.
Wait, Miss Lapine Pauline, what are you doing?
I'm gonna pick a fight with a Gardamek, head to the opera at Biclès, and get a 1. That way, I won't have to repay my debts. It's the...
Whoa, there's no need to go that far. I mean, come on, look at you. You wouldn't even dent the Gardamek's armor. In all likelihood, they'd only hold you up at the Maison Gardiennage for a few days before letting you out, and then you'd still have to repay your debts. Actually, instead of going into the technicalities of that, how much did you actually invest? How bad can it really be?
270,000 mora.
Okay, well, escaping to the fortress of Meripede over a sum like that seems like a last resort. Surely there must be other options.
Not anymore. I used to be an equipment supplier to the Fontaine Research Institute before that blew to pieces, and now I'm just a small-time engineer. I scraped together some savings over the past few years, but I put every last mora into this project, and now I'm left with nothing. It's not just my savings that are gone, it's my whole future as a graph adversarial... My life is over.
Don't despair, Miss Lapine Pauline. This prototype you've given me, the camera lens for image recognition sample collection. It's really quite something. The rapid focal length adjustment is a very useful function in its own right. It's sure to make many So your research efforts thus far are by no means in vain.
The technology you've developed may have many applications that you've never even considered.
Really?
Absolutely. I've been working as a journalist for the Steambird for a long time now. No one understands the issues we journalists face on a day, so keep calm, take heart, and start thinking about mass production. In the meantime, I'll show your invention to all my colleagues to drum up interest in your product.
I can't believe if this is true, then I can look into setting up a whole camera. Oh, maybe I should consider taking...
Come on! Stop daydreaming about your pipelines for a minute. Just take it one step at a time and see how it goes. There's no sense in putting all your eggs in one basket before things are even off the ground.
And I can probably speak to some people I know and license my image recognition device to a work. There's no time to lose. I need to get to work. Early bird gets the worm.
Can you believe her? She just ran off. Paimon's pretty sure our advice went in one ear and out the other.
It's understandable. When inspiration and passion strike at the same time, it's all too easy to throw yourself headfirst into your work and forget about everyone around you. A lot of journalists are the same way when they're first starting out. But don't you worry. I'm gonna write an article on all this and I'll be checking in on her regularly. Her research has the potential to benefit the entire journalistic community. I'll give her plenty of input to stop her from going down any rabbit holes and make sure mass production of her lens can begin as soon as possible.
It's reassuring to know that you'll be looking out for her, Charlotte.
Actually, you know what? Why don't you two take this prototype lens? I'm sure you'll have plenty of chances to use it on your travels. It takes the right person to get the most out of a new technology. In your hands, it's sure to capture some amazing sight.
Thanks a lot, Charlotte. No bonus, no biggie. This makes everything worth it.
You're welcome. I got something out of this too. The beginnings of a very interesting news story. The boundaries between real news reports and news-like fiction must not be blurred. Yes, that's how I'll phrase it to the editors when I give them my feedback. Let's...